Hello students, in previous lecture of server-side scripting, we have seen sample examples in PHP to see use of variables, use of comments in PHP, use of control structures in PHP, that is if statement and if else statement, use of loop structure in PHP, that means for loop, for each loop. The use of for each loop we will see with the help of array. Next, now we are going to see strings in PHP. String means what? String is a data type of variable which is having series of characters or series of characters plus numbers. Any string we can pass. To pass the string, what is the syntax? Just declare name of the variable with dollar symbol, name of that variable equal to whatever string you want to pass. You can give that string as an input. We have already seen in JavaScript chapter, we have 5 objects: string object, date object, array object, number object, string object. In that objects, some built-in properties and methods we have already seen. Similarly, in PHP, you have some built-in string functions in your syllabus, and that are, see on the screen, we have these functions. The functions are, first function is strlen. This function gives us length of the string as return value. It gives us length of the string. Second function is str word count. It will return us number of words in a string. Number of words, not alphabets. Number of words. For example, see here, total number of characters. So this total is one word. This number is one word. This of is another word, and this characters is another word. So in this case, here 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 words. So str word count returns us the number of words. Str rev means str reverse. It reverse the string. Is whatever you are returning. For example, you return total, total, then it will give us in output as latot, like that. It will reverse the string and gives us as an output. Str pose. If we want to search specific text within the string, it will return the character position of that string. If it matched, if it doesn't match, it will return false. But if it matched, it will return us the position means character position of that string, whatever we want to find. Next function is str replace. If you want to replace certain string with some other string, then we need to use this function str replace to replace the certain characters with another characters. Sub str, it returns part of string. If you want to search 2-3 characters from the string, then we can use this function substring. Str to lower, this function used to convert the string into lowercase, means to small alphabets. Substring count, it will returns how many substrings come in your string. It returns the number of substring in the string, main string. UC words converts the characters into uppercase. UC word the converts character into uppercase. But which characters? The first character of each word. The first character of each word into uppercase. And the trim, this function is similar as we studied in JavaScript, advanced JavaScript language. Trim function, it removes the blank space or a white space from the beginning of the string as well as from the end of the string. From both sides of the string, it will remove the white space or blank space. So we'll go with example. We'll see here. First, I took one variable. The syntax for declaration of variable, what is the syntax? Write dollar symbol, then use the name or write the name whatever you want. Here I want to write string. For string I want to write str. So $str is the name of my variable to which I am going to save this string, that is information technology. The given string is str. So we'll see one by one. I am going to comment all these functions and we'll see the output. I want to use multiple line comment because I want to comment all these lines. That's why I'm going to use multiple line comment. How to use multiple line comment? Just use forward slash star and at the end of line use again for star forward slash. So we'll check the output. Keep it in mind while executing the program. Make sure that your XAMPP server is started. In previous lecture we have seen how to start XAMPP server. Then go to your browser, type there http://localhost to which port you are going to use slash name of your program string functions.php. So given string is information technology. Given string is information technology. So this is the output. Just what I did, I just printed the given string. I didn't use any function for the string till now. Just I am going to print the whatever the value stored in this variable. So what is the syntax or what is the line of code I need to use? Echo. Echo means to write or to print the statement on web page. Echo into double quote whatever the message you want to pass, write that message, double quote completed, then dot $str. What is the use of this dot? This dot is used to concatenate our string. Concatenate means to join our string. Means I need to pass first this message. After this message I want to print the value whatever I stored in this variable, in this str variable. So in double quote the message, after double quote again whatever the value I want to print, that value, and dot just to combine this value with this message. After that again dot, because after that I want to take my browser to next line. My whatever I want to print, that I want to print on next line. That's why I'm using here BR tag, line break tag, BR tag. Sorry. So use echo message, the name of your variable. It will give us this output. Next, the first function is strlen. See how to use the function strlen. Just use the method or function dot strlen into bracket. Which string's length you want to count, pass that name of that variable or the string of which length you want to count, pass that string or name of that variable into bracket. So we'll get the output as like this. See, str length is 22. This is the length of this string. Next I want to count number of words in the string. Number of word means what? Number of word means how many substrings I used. This is one word, this is another word. 2 words I use. So we'll see, does it give the same output? We'll check. Number of words are 2. It is giving same output. Same means 2 words are in the main string. Next is return. It will reverse the string. Reverse the string. So we'll check, is it reversing string? Yes. Reverse string is YGOLONHCET, technology. NOITAMROFNI is information technology. It return all the string in reverse. And for that, what I use? I use strrev. Str reverse into bracket the string whatever you want to reverse, pass name of that string or variable name of the string. Next we'll see, if we want to return position of the string, then we'll use strpos into bracket name of the string or name of the variable in which you want to search position of the string and which string's position that you need to pass. You need to pass 2 parameters. First is your string name or your string, and second one is which string's position you want. I want to search tech. We'll see what will be the output. See, return position of string is 12. Here the position means it given is at what position the given string started. So at 12 number of position this tech word started. Next, str replace means if I want to replace certain string with another string, then I can write this function str replace into bracket which string you want to replace, write name of that string, with which string you want to replace, write name of that string, and which main string you are passing there, write the name of that string or that string variable. So we'll see, replace string information ABCD knowledge. Here I am going to replace the tech word with ABCD. See, here it is doing the same thing. Information ABCD knowledge means now they removed, means this browser removed tech word with ABCD. Next function, it returns substring. Who returns substring? This function sub str. Suppose I want to take substring started from 7th character, then I will pass here number of character from which I want the string and name of the variable. Then it will return me the substring, means remaining string which is started from 7th number. See, return substring TION technology. If I change, instead of this 7, if I write 11, we'll see what will be the output. The output is now only technology. Next function is convert the string into lowercase. For that purpose, we are going to use the function str to lower. Then see, convert the string to lowercase, information technology. All alphabets in small means they are not capital. Information technology. Next, substring count. We'll check with substring count. Substring count means if I want to search take word, how many times it come in the string, then I need to pass here substring underscore count function. I need to pass here our name of the string, comma, which substring count you want. So we'll see substring count is 1. See, as this take word is coming only one time. If I wrote here or if I write here again technology, we'll check, it comes substring count 2. Next, second last function in your syllabus, that is U case word, UC words. This function is used to convert the first letter of our string into capital letter. Suppose here third letter, here again I will pass one string information technology of science. See, here I wrote I and T already in capital, but here O and S in small alphabets. So we'll check the output for this. Convert the first letter. See, I and T capital, so it remains unchanged, and O and S it convert into capital letters. And the last function is trim. Trim means before start of the string and at the end of the string, if I given these blank spaces, that trim function removes that blank spaces. That trim function removes these blank spaces. So these are the function of strings for your syllabus, which are those: first strlen, second str word count, str reverse, str position, str replace, sub str to lower, sub str underscore count, UC words, and trim. These are the functions for your string data type in PHP. Next, we'll see PHP arrays. Array means what? Array is also one data type which can store, it is one special variable which can store more than one value at a time. Which can store more than one value at a time. It is special variable. It is special variable. In PHP, array are three types. Which are those? First, indexed array, second, associative array, and third, multi-dimensional array. We'll see first indexed array. Indexed array means what? Array with numeric index. Array with numeric index. For example, we already studied in Java, advanced JavaScript, how we declared array. Name of the variable equal to array keyword into bracket. How many values you want to pass? You can pass here. Similar way in PHP array, this is indexed array. In that, what we are doing? We are declaring name of the variable, next array keyword into bracket we are passing the values which we want to store in this array. So these values are identified with index number. With index number means value 1 is stored at 0th index, value 2 is stored at first index, value 3 is stored at second index. Like that. Index means at which position your value is stored. So array of 0 means a of 0 is value 1, a of 1 is value 2, a of 2 is value 3. Like that we can refer the array values. In associative arrays, we can store the values in the form of key and value. In the form of key and value. Here the syntax is same as indexed array, just difference is at the time of writing value you need to pass key as well as value. Key equal to name of the value. Next second key equal to name of the value. Next third key equal to name of the value. Like that you need to store the values. And next is multi-dimensional array. Third one is multi-dimensional array. The array which containing one or more array means in this variable if you want to pass again arrays as value, then that array is multi-dimensional array. We'll go with one by one example. We'll go with one by one example so you will get know clearly about that. First we'll see the example of indexed array. See, this is the program for indexed array. Here this is one variable as $subjects. Subjects is the name of the variable. Here array, I want to declare one array, that's why I am going to use the keyword array. Next into bracket I am passing the values, only values. Here name of the subjects I want to pass as value. First value is English, second is IT, third one physics, next chemistry, next biology, then math, geography, environment. These are some subject names I passed in this array. Next this is another variable, array length. I want to count number of values, how many values I passed here. I want to count that values. So for that I have one built-in method, that is count into bracket name of the array. So my array name is $subjects. Here I want to print the value one by one. So I am going to use for loop because I want to do I want to print one particular line of statement again and again. Repeatedly I want to do one I want to execute one line of code. So I am going to use the for loop. For that I am going to take one variable which will be start from 0 and it will be execute till the array length, and it will increment after executing line of code each time. So for loop I am going to use. In this for loop, see how I can write the code for loop. Here for keyword into bracket name of variable equal to 0 means initialization. variable less than array length. This is condition. And third one is iteration. I want to increment the value with 1 every time. Each after execution of this line of statement, at each time I want to iterate the value till my condition becomes false. Means till the condition true, it will execute this line of code. Once the condition becomes false, it will come out of this curly braces. So I want to print array. For that I took one variable name. Here I assigned array values, and next I took one for loop. Here I am going to print echo into bracket subjects of s x. So this x means our index. This x means our index, which is starting with 0 till the length of this array. So I am going to print this. We'll check our output. See, English, IT, Physics, Chemistry, Biology, Math, Geography, Environment, and at last it gives number of value. Total subjects are. Once the condition becomes false, it will come out of this loop and it will print the next line, which is this one. Total subjects are array length. How many subjects are there? It will print that value. So this is our indexed array. What is the syntax for indexed array? To write the syntax, to write the array, what is the syntax? Name of variable equal to array keyword into bracket the values, value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4, till whatever values you need to pass. And if you want to print the values, you need to write name of array into square bracket index number, that is $subject square bracket into square bracket. If you write 0, you will get English. If you will write 1, you will get IT. If you want to check, we can check here. See, we will see echo space an array element is $name of array variable student into square bracket which element you want. If you want first element, you need to write 0. We'll see output. Something I made mistake here. Okay, student. I wrote here student. It is not student. Sorry, it is subjects. I wrote faulty name of variable. That's why I got this error. See, an array element is English. That is first element which start with index 0. If I want to print this third one, then I need to write here 2. We'll check. An array element is physics. So this is the way to refer the element of an array. This is indexed array. Next we will see associative array. Associative array means what? Array with named keys. Means how we save this indexed array? We use variable name, array keyword, and just values we passed here. But if you want to pass the values with key values, then you need to use associative key, where name of variable equal to array keyword into bracket name of the key equal to value. We'll see with example. associative array. So this is array, associative array. In that I want to store some subjects with marks. Some subjects with marks. So this is the name of my variable. Here array into bracket. This is key value. Key. This is key. English. Equal to. How to assign? Equal to mark and greater than symbol. Equal to mark and greater than symbol. And next into double quote, whatever the value you want to pass for that particular key element. Key value, key value, key value. For this array, if you want to print this array from beginning to end, then you need to use for each statement. See, as I already told you, we'll see for each loop in array. So for each loop we are going to use here for each into bracket name of the variable which you want to go from beginning to end. So name of the variable is, that means name of the array is subjects as x equal to x value. Here x means key and x underscore value means value of the key. For example, x means this English and x underscore value means this 78, or x means this IT or x underscore value means this 88. This is array and this is key and this is value. Then I want to print echo key equal to name of the key element, next value equal to name of the value of that element. We'll see in output associative array see key English value 78, key IT value 88, key physics value 67. Whatever the values you passed here, this first value is as a key element and equal to this is the value of this key element. Next this is second key element, this is second key value of this element. Like that it will execute the for each loop. For each name of the variable as key and key value. So associative array means what? The array with named keys. Third one is multidimensional array. Multidimensional array means what? The array which is having one or more array. The array which is having one or more array. See, for example, or a syntax, name of the array equal to array keyword into bracket, again array of this value, comma, array, again array of these values, and again this third array. So we'll go with example. Multidimensional array. See, this is example. This is multidimensional example, multidimensional array example. For that, use variable name, next array keyword, next into bracket. How many arrays you want to pass? 1 or 2 or 3 or number of arrays. Again If you want to pass 1, you can pass 1. If you want to pass 2 arrays, you can give 2 arrays here. You can if you want to pass 3, you can write or declare and write 3 arrays here. Student equal to array into bracket again array Ashwini 196. Second array Raj 259. Third one is array Sonali 370. So here I want to pass name of the student. This is as a roll number I passed, and this third one is I passed as marks. So name of student, roll number, marks of the student, and I want to print it one by one. So I will write here as first name. What is the value for name? Student of 0 0. Student of 0 0 means what? Student is the name of this variable. 0 means index value of this array. Index value of this value array. Which one? That means this array is at 0th index. This array is at first index, and this array is at second index. So student of 0 means this array, and in that again 0 means this value. Student of 0 0 means student of 0 0 means student of 0 0 value is Ashwini. Second roll number, student of 0 1. Student of 0 1 means student of 0 means this first value of array, and this is first index or second index, which is referred as 1. Second index which is referred as 1 means second element in the array. And third one is, if I want to print, I need to write or I need to refer student of 0 2. Student of 0 2 means this first element and this number of element, that is third number of element, means so student of 0 2. Similar way, if I want to print the array value of this second array, then student of first 0 means this first 0 means second element and first value. Student of first means second element, second value. Student of first 2 means second element, third value. Third one, student of 2 0 means third element, first value. Student of 2 1, third element, second value. Like that. We'll check with example, with the output. Multidimensional. Array. Here name Ashwini, roll number 1, marks 96. Second name Raj, roll number 2, marks 59. Name Sonali, roll number 3, marks 70. See, here I didn't write key value. What I did here, I wrote or I passed only the values, means here one simple array or indexed array as a value of this array. The second array is a value of this array, same array, means our one variable contains multiple arrays. That means multi-dimensional array. That means multi-dimensional array. And the values we are referring as name of array into square bracket, number of index value of the array element, and in second bracket name of index of that array element. 0 0, like that. Means indexed array means array with numeric index, Associative array means array with named keys, and multidimensional array which is having one or more arrays. In your objective question type, maybe you will get question dash dash arrays contains one or more arrays. Which array? That is multidimensional array. Dash dash array, or for fill in the blanks you may get question like dash dash array with a numeric index, that is indexed array. Or for true or false, associative array containing one or more arrays. True or false? Yes, it is false. And what is the true statement for that? Array with named keys, or associative array is array with named keys. Next, user defined functions. We'll see some functions. Means already we have seen some built-in function, means built-in function of strings. Now we'll see user defined function. The name is given explanation to us. It will self-descriptive. What is the meaning of this word user defined function? That means the function defined by user. Simple. And the syntax for that, we should use function keyword at the starting point. Function keyword at the start of the name of that function. Means before name of the function we need to write function keyword, name of function, opening ending bracket, again opening of curly bracket. Into that, if you whatever the line of code we want to execute, write the line of code, next end of function, end of curly bracket. So function means what? Function is a block of statement which can be used repeatedly in the program. If the same function I want to use in same program, I can call this function by using name of the function again and again. This is only writing of function or declaration of function, definition of function. But if I want to use this function, or I want to print the values in whatever I am getting from this function, at that time I need to call this function. Means how to call function? At the time of calling, write the name of function and opening ending bracket. We'll see with example. We'll see with example. See here, one function I wrote, that is student, opening ending bracket, and inside bracket I passed some parameters or arguments. We'll see later about that. First we will see how to write simple function. Here function student, or we'll write one function here. Function, how to write the function? User defined function means the function defined by user. For that purpose, first write the keyword function, next name of the function, that is I want to write the name of the function as my function, opening ending bracket, next starting of function, at that there I need to write curly bracket, next some line of code I want to execute. Hello, this is my first function, at the end semicolon, next end of the function. This is just declaration. I wrote the definition for this function. For that purpose I given the name to function and I write the line of code whatever I want to execute. but if I want to execute this function, I need to call that function. How can I call the function? For that purpose, I need to write here simply name of the function. What is the name of my function? My function. Opening ending bracket semicolon. So this is calling of some function. This is declaration or definition of function, and this is calling of my function. Next we'll see the output. Name of my program, function underscore argument, not found, arguments, name of the function, arguments. Here I have to write one is hello. This is my first function. Hello, this is my first function. If I didn't write this line, suppose I put comment, we'll check whether it is executing or not. See, it is executing. It's not giving any error, but it will not give the line of code whatever I wrote here inside this function. Why? Because I declared the function, I defined the function, but I didn't call that function. So for that purpose I need to use the name of this function, opening ending bracket. That means calling of the function. I need to call it. Browser, hello. This is my first function. Next, function with arguments. Function with arguments. Arguments means values or information which we are passing in these brackets. So see here, function student into bracket. Here I wrote name of two variables. First is roll number variable, second one is name variable. That means these are the informations I am passing to this student function. These two variables means information I am passing to this student function. So first information is as roll number, second information is as name. So these are my arguments, and to bracket means in function which code I want to execute, whatever the values I am going to pass, that values I am going to print here. Roll number, what is the roll number? Student name, whatever the name. And where I am passing the values, here I didn't assign any value to this variable. At the time of calling of this function, I am passing argument. At the time of calling, see here 1 comma into double quote name. As my roll number is in integer and a name, it should be string. That's why it should pass into double quote. The data type of this integer and this is string because it's passed in double quote. And when I am going to pass these values, when I am going to call the function. So when first time I am calling the function, the roll number will be 1 and the name will be ABC. At the second time, roll number will be 2, second name of student PQR. Third time, third roll number and XYZ is the name. So we will see the output C. We will remove this one now. We will put a comment for that. We will put a comment so it will not written here. Roll number 1, student name ABC. Roll number 2, student name PQR. Roll number 3, student name XYZ. See here roll number and student name of that student as arguments we passed here. So these are the arguments. Arguments which means what? Argument is like a variable, and what we are doing by using arguments, we are passing information to functions. We are passing information to function by using arguments. Function with arguments. An argument is used to pass an information to function. It acts like a variable, and arguments are specified within parentheses after name of the function. Where we are writing arguments? Here. We are specifying where the parenthesis means bracket. This rounded bracket, inside this rounded bracket we are passing the arguments, and in curly bracket block of code. Next, returning, how to return the value to function. If we want to return some value to the function, then we need to use a keyword return. What is the use of this return keyword? It will return the value to function. It will return the value to function. So we'll see with example. See here, one simple function. Which function is that? Function sum. Into bracket I am passing two arguments, that are x, integer x and integer y. Next I am writing in curly bracket, I am writing some line of code. That code is z equal to x plus y. Z variable is equal to x variable plus y, and next whatever the value will come in this z, I am going to return this z value to this function. For that purpose I need to use keyword return. Next, here I am going to call the function. Here I am going to call the function with arguments. See here, 5 plus 10 equal to sum. As I already wrote here 5 plus 10, I need to pass 5 and 10 value only. If I want to write the addition of 10 and 20, 10 plus 20 equal to, see, this is my message. It will not interfere in execution. It will print value as it is. Why? Because this is I written in double quote. This is I written in double quote after echo keyword. So 5 plus 10 equal to 5 plus 10 equal to, where I did this arithmetical operation? Here. Equal to here. So this line of code is in this function statement, is in this function block. Which function block? Sum function block. So here I need to call sum function into bracket which addition, which values addition I want to display, the 5 and 10. So both values I need to pass as an arguments. See, we'll check the value what it will return. For function return val is name of the program. See, 5 plus 10 equal to 15, 10 plus 20 equal to 30. If you want to line some more lines, you can write. Just if you want to change here. 650 plus 27 equal to, pass here 650 27 here, 650 27 equal to 677. Whatever the values you want to pass, you can pass here in this function calling line. Sum into bracket arguments. So it will go to here when our browser is reading this program. At the time of interpreting time, it will go to function. It will read the data type of the variables, that is integer, whatever we passed here. It will take that integers, means 650 as x, this 27 as y. Next, z is equal to x plus y. So whatever we passed here, 650 plus 27, return the value as 677. It will come to this sum. So our sum become now 677 and it will give that value as an output to us. This way, what we seen today we have seen string functions, PHP arrays, three types of arrays: indexed array, associative array, multidimensional array. Next we see how to write user defined function, and in that the functions with arguments and function with return value. So this is about for today's lecture. Thank you.